Hello, my name is Noah, and in today's podcast, we shall discuss digital technology in a globalized society. My group and I will share our personal experiences that is also supported by academic research through papers and articles. And we hope to illustrate what it means to live in a digital society.
My name is Aiden, and I'll get started by talking about digital privacy. Um, one topic that I found particularly interesting throughout the course was digital privacy. It was displayed very clearly in the big data lecture, as well as being touched upon in various other lectures. It's becoming more and more clear that privacy online is a more important deal than we initially may have thought. I wrote about this extensively in my second reflection, uh, but notably, what shocked me about that lecture and the activities was just the vastness of everything that we're giving away to large tech and advertising companies. That leads me to the article by the New York Times from September of 2021, titled The Battle for Digital Privacy is Reshaping the Internet. It details a policy that Apple is implicating in its devices where they're more upfront about allowing you to choose which apps track you in various ways. Various tech companies, including Google and Facebook, have pushed back against this due to the effect that digital marketing has on small businesses. Even though we all know that small businesses are not Facebook's main concern, overall this presents a large divide between some of the biggest tech companies in the world. Another argument that Google presented was that it makes Apple's phones more privacy oriented, which presents the question: does this mean that people don't who don't use Apple devices don't deserve online privacy? The article continues to point out how this means that eventually websites will likely have to choose who will be their infrastructural support. Either Apple, who is more exclusive and somewhat protects the privacy of their users, or at least claims to, or Google and Facebook, who will support their marketability. Ultimately, this divide is shaping up to further separate and influence the ways that we interact with our technology. Are we going to continue doing what we have been for years, opting for ease of access to our interests with Google and Facebook, which may be an important thing for some, where others will most definitely choose privacy? It also presents questions about what it means for cross platform applications and sites, how various apps will differ now, or will now differ in function and experience based on what kind of device you have. If these claims by either side are being fully adhered to and becoming a new part of their brand, I personally will likely start to support Apple in this debate.
Aiden made a great point about how Apple is letting its users choose what apps they would like to be tracked on, and how other tech companies like Google and Facebook choose not to follow Apple's footsteps because it would negatively affect small businesses. Large tech companies take their users' data mainly for creating personalized ads. Furthermore, small businesses are the ones that greatly advantage from personalized ads since it helps them understand their customers, reach their target audience, customer retention, and high revenue. One, on the other hand, personalized ads can definitely be a disadvantage for the user since it evades one's privacy. However, a majority of people prefer personalized ads uh, because handing their data results in better products and services. However, Apple would be more convenient for users since it gives them a choice, thus making people feel more comfortable and have a sense of security.
And now we're going to move on to our next topic.
My name is Amie, and the next subtopic I'm going to talk about is the integration and development of digital technology from the perspective of international students. Education is one of the purposes for which we will frequently use digital devices. According to IT consulting in the US, the number of mobile internet connections is anticipated to increase at a yearly rate of 0.7% to reach 345 million. People have increasingly used their phones and will continue to expand their use of internet resources. From my personal experience, I rarely use my phone for education. However, after having online courses, I will use the Pause app to check my assignments requirements and due dates at home, on the streets, and even if I was in a foreign country. The use of apps has increased my efficiency and productivity in understanding my assignments. Meanwhile, high-speed telecommunication allows us to increase our knowledge by watching educational videos on our phones and communicating with other students that live in different countries. Another main purpose for which international students are using digital technology is for international transactions. According to merchant banking services, merchant banks facilitate international transactions and offer services for foreign corporate investment. They increase the industry's profits yearly by 3.3%. Banks allow people to transfer money globally. For example, I was staying overseas without a Canadian bank account back in the days of the pandemic. Therefore, I chose to use Western Union, an American company that provides global cross-border payment services, to make an international payments to pay the duration. This shows global payments processing between overseas America and Canada. First, people from overseas can send telegraphic transfers in different currencies to the company in America. It will then send a payment to Canada and the beneficiary will receive the payments in Canadian currency. People are able to send payments to another person in a different country with different currencies community via the internet. The technological innovations have greatly impacted international students' daily use of digital technology, especially for online learning and global payments.
Okay, so my name is Fiona, and moving to my part is about information and communication technology. So due to the COVID, home isolation has become common in our daily life, and when people are separate during the lockdown situation, the advancement of digital technology made it possible to address individuals' communication needs, so people can feel connected even at home. So social media has brought people from all over the world together. The way that social media run behind is the same. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that some of the social media apps, such as TikTok, has a mode in the setting which called like family pairing or teenager mode. It basically is a mode that will block some of the restrict video for the child to watch it. So the way that they moderate the post is restricted or not is mostly done by human. So those company has hired a moderator from all over the world to work remotely with different languages and cultural background, so they can go over all the posts and decide which one should be blocked. So most social media platform works in this way, which is how it works as multinational companies, and those multinational companies can represent globalization of today. So the company is founded is an original country and does business in the select few countries worldwide, and offer faculties such as warehouse or distribution center in at least one foreign country. If they want to make it run successful, they need to coordinate through digital technology for it. And digital technology has not only helped humans with their daily social needs, and the collaboration, open data, or coordination are something that digital technology also engaged in the globalized workplace.
On the topic of information and communication technology, I would like to add that usage in social media and other information and communication technology significantly increased during COVID. Isolation during COVID has had a toll on most people's mental health because of the lack of interaction, as well as it also resulted in some people losing their jobs. However, social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and platforms such as Twitch and YouTube have not only helped people interact with one another, but also have given people the opportunity to create content and be supported by other people in order to make an income, socialize, and conversate. For example, YouTube is a great way for someone to learn new information. Various people and professionals who specialize in areas of expertise upload information that you can learn for free. Um, Digital media allows for people to network and find new business opportunities, whether that means entrepreneurship or working for someone else, and also allows people to develop new relationships and grow current ones without the need of physical interactions.
Please.
My name is Eleanor. The topic I'm going to talk about is new form of working. In recent years, COVID-19 has hit the world, forcing enterprises and people to rethink their working methods. This global epidemic has reshaped our working methods with digital transformation. In a very short time, people started working remotely and therefore find efficiencies in remote work. When we embrace the remote working mode, the workplace will no longer be limited to the same city or even the same country. Working remotely will provide opportunities for talents from all over the world to connect and help promote the arrival of a new era of globalization. Global employers can hire remote talent in Canada, and the Canadian business can also find remote overseas talents to expand their international presence. However, remote working also brings the risk of data leakage. Just as communication on an insecure channel will lead to increased security risks, so does sharing and storing files on an unencrypted information channel, such as using a consumer-level network disk to store and share data. More and more employees are accessing their company's important files and sensitive data through home networks. While the number of thefts has increased significantly, corporate networks are also facing a growing number of cyber attacks and data leakage. Some time ago, there was a news report about an American engineer who took advantage of the convenience of working remotely to give his work to an engineer in China, because the engineer in China also knew how to do the work but only needed very little salary. In this way, this American engineer can earn money without doing any work, so he told the engineer in China his company's encryption key, which can open the database and leads to data leakage. Free and open source web file transfer applications make it easy to experienced engineers to run their employers' systems. For multinational enterprises with employees all over the world, the cyber situation will be more complicated, as companies will also need to comply with the statutory data protection regulations of different countries or regions.
To expand on Eleanor's topic of new form of working, as much as working from home has its own advantages, technology is one of the fastest growing industries. However, it can easily be breached, which can lead to data leakage, and most data leakage occur when platforms like Zoom don't have enough security for their users. This reminds me of the incident with Zoom in 2020, in which Zoom had lost millions of usernames and passwords throughout their user base. And this breach of privacy and security during virtual meetings caused the leakage of company information, trade secrets, and other highly sensitive information. This attackers got their hands on those accounts through a credential stuffing, which is when hackers use a database of old usernames, passwords, and try them on other websites. Unfortunately, since many people reuse passwords across multiple sites, this technique often works. Zoom now protects its data with the advanced encryption standard. Zoom also stated that end-to-end encryption, when enable the communication with between the participants, is encrypted within using cryptographic keys known only to those participants' devices, meaning no third party can access those meetings, including Zoom. So it might not be 100% safe, but it definitely is evolving into being more secure than it was before.
Hi, my name is Yolanda. The topic I discuss is digital technology may support and expedite the achievement of sustainable development goals. Digital technology offers people new ways to address sustainability challenges. For example, major environmental issues such as climate change, resource depletion, and environmental protection are being addressed through digital solutions. I think electricity is a very interesting topic that deserves more attention. In our daily life, we have a close connection with electricity. But have we ever thought about whether electricity can be used sustainably, or whether we can rely on digitalization to save electricity? So, for efficient energy production and distribution, digital tools are being applied to help power plants. First of all, digital technology can help better control power generation, allowing the staff of power station to know how many people are using electricity at a certain period of time in order to appropriately reduce and increase the electric rate of power. In addition, digital technology can help us allocate electricity reasonably. It can be used for comprehensive analysis and detection. What time period is the peak and low peak? If the demand of electricity in a certain place is small, then the electricity rate can be adjusted appropriately to supply other areas to achieve sustainable use of electricity and maximum efficiency. Allocate extra power when demand fluctuates and detect outrage faster. Also, digital technology can move above the use of electricity. To give an example in life, on the road at night, the digital system can automatically detect whether there's a car. If no one nor a car passes by, the light will automatically dimmed. Similarly, in the park, the brightness of the lights can be automatically adjusted, improve safety and reduce excessive light pollution. The Spanish city of Valencia, for example, saw this when city officials initiated a public lighting upgrade. The project involving adjusting lighting in a national park because too much light can be damage wildlife and flora. The purpose of doing this is to store electricity and realize the savings of electricity consumption. Let limited electricity use continuously and achieve maximum efficiency.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to our podcast on human connection and digital culture. Yeah.